What's going on, wrestling family? So did you guys hear the two people that Gunther has selected when asked if he had to add 2 additional members to Imperium, who would they be? If you didn't know, I'm gonna let you know right now. I got you. Before we get into this, hit that subscribe button. This quote comes from Wrestle Talk, so let's get into it. Okay, he says here, we get asked often if we want additional members or something. I think no, we're good how we are, but I think if we have to choose someone, I think it would either be Io or Charlotte. I would think. Now, the interesting thing here is they didn't ask him, hey, do you want a man? Do you want a woman? They didn't ask him any of that. He went straight to Io and Charlotte, which I think is very interesting. But I have to say this jokingly, and I love Gunther. I've been watching him since WXW up until now. He's one of my favorite acts in WWE, but this is one of those situations where I'm glad that WWE doesn't allow the talent to handle creative, okay? This is not a good situation. But in joking too, touche is, I'm sitting right here and there's a reason why creative is there. So I'm not as valid as Gunther, you know what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, okay? The reason why I say that, and it's not that these are terrible choices, I think that they won't fit in groups due to a lot of reasons. I think Io, at this point, it is time for her. And again, I know this is all hypothetical, so I'm not thinking that this is going to happen, but just off the idea, Io just needs to create and carve her lane as a singles competitor in the future, okay? We all know how super talented she is. We know how she was even in the indies. It is time for her to reach that potential we all knew that she was going to accomplish, okay? And I don't think she would fit well in that group overall, just personality-wise. I don't know. I just can't see it, okay? And then when it comes to Charlotte, I feel the same way about her as I feel about Drew McIntyre. Either one of those individuals, because they've, people have made suggestions of Drew McIntyre being added into Imperium, but either one of those two, Charlotte or Drew, I think they're too big for a faction. I think their stardom is too huge. They look and feel better as singles competitors, and I can't see either one of them playing second fiddle to a Gunther. It just does not look right on either end at this point. They're both just stars, so let them be who they are and just build their stardom however way you want to say it. Now, if they were ever involved in a faction, I could see them being leaders, but I think they just look better as singles competitors. Now, I'm not a person who want to tear down an idea and then not offer a solution for it. So if you ask me who I think will be a great fit into Imperium as far as a woman goes, I would have to pick, and if we want to keep it within the European, aesthetic of the group and things like that, I think my number one pick, if she continues to stay healthy, it would be Blair Davenport, bar none. Okay, she has the accent, of course, that fits really well, but also she has the personality. I think she's a potential star if she stayed healthy. I've always felt that way when she was Bea Priestley, but I think she's great in the ring. I think she has that personality. I think she's very shady on the mic. She's very condescending to people, and I think she fits really well in that group with that. And if I had to pick someone who isn't from Europe, I think just off of her body type, and I don't think this is the greatest pick, but if they decided to make her heel, which I don't think they will, and I think this is another person who would eventually be a superstar, it would have to be Ruka. Okay, and I know that sounds weird. She's not from Europe, things like that. But if you look at her body, like her size, like how muscular everything she is, just based off of that, and some people have the best parts of their career when they're heel, I think that she can go in that direction, in my personal opinion. I mean, we see Dominic Mysterio, etc., etc. So those would be the 2 picks for me. If I had to pick a secondary pick that I was serious about, it would be Lyra. I think that would be the other person. Sometimes some people unlock their potential when they're put into the perfect faction, or they're put in a situation where they can be a heel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, sometimes people being a heel is the best part of their wrestling career. But what do you guys think? If you think Io or Charlotte is a great choice to be added to Imperium, either together or one, or let me know in the comment section how you would think that would work. If I haven't added anyone in the ones that I believe will be a good fit that you think is a good fit, let me know in the comment section as well. Also, I'm tripping. Okay, so Gunther also added into the idea how did I forget this? The idea of what he feels about star ratings. Because remember in my previous video where I talked about Seth Rollins and his long-lasting beef with Dave Meltzer and how he felt about star ratings, that they're silly. Gunther has also put his 2 cents into it, and he says here in quotes, I think that it's in the nature of people when they're really invested in something or they execute a hobby a little bit more intense than others, that they like to do stuff like rate things and compare things. I think it's just in their nature. So everyone who wants to do that is free to do so. That's that's nothing that bothers me or something like that. And I said in my video, like, I don't think star ratings are silly, because people are going to do it anyway. People are going to rate what's the greatest toenail clipper of all time, what is the greatest medication to remove bunions, or I don't know, gout, or whatever the case may be. You go on Amazon, you type in anything, everything has a star rating. But what I think is silly is the culture around the star rating, the way that people get brainwashed because they believe that a 5-star rating from Dave Meltzer makes whatever match you don't like all of a sudden you should agree with the fact that that's a classic match. No, like what you like, don't like what you like. Everybody's not going to agree. Everybody doesn't like the same type of pizza. There's people out there eating pineapple pizza every day. I don't understand it, but it is what it is, okay? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Salute, peace, have a good day, and my voice cracked.